Hello, y'all. I'm not sure if I introduced the date. I did. I don't know why I keep forgetting that I introduced the date, but it's now 7:59 p.m. and I'm done. I'm done for the day. Done an hour early. So, I'm tired and but not as tired as I've been last week and the previous weeks, but I was a little more tired today than the previous few days. Um but I forgot. I dashed out the motel room and forgot my food, my lunch. Well, actually, for the food I was gonna eat for dinner. So, luckily, there was some extra food that was offered to me, and it was corn chips and chili. But I was afraid to eat it all because of the idea. I'm thinking the high bad sodium content, bad sodium content with the chili. I don't think the Frito Lay corn chips. I mean, I don't even eat those much really anymore. But you know, I shouldn't have forgot my food. But um, and I don't like to eat too late. But I didn't eat a whole lot of it because again, I was thinking like, what if I would have had like too much sodium or something. So I'm just thinking a lot about my hair. Um, it's super dry and matted, and like the back parts look like messed up dreadlocks. But I'm trying to avoid cutting it though, getting it cut again. But I may or may not have to be forced to. I don't know if I can't get the knots out in the back. But my hair is all damaged and ruined um, because of my OCD and cleaning and sanitizing a lot. And with dirty mop water or toilet water, if any of it splash in my face, or my hair, I feel the need to clean and sanitize. But my day wasn't that bad today, but I had a disappointing moment this morning, with that lady that I was supposed to rent a room from. But I'm still, at the motel, and I have not found a room for rent, or as long as I'm paying on that motel, I mean, um, it will make it harder for me to get a deposit to get a permanent place. So I really hate living with other people as far as room for rent and stuff like that, or having other roommates and stuff. They vibrated my feet really bad. So I'm sitting here thinking everybody's saying stock up and prepare, and they're gonna have lockdowns right after Christmas and stuff like that. And I'm already panicking because it's like I be having like just enough money for the motel room, and not and maybe a little bit extra, but like tomorrow I have errands. Tomorrow and Saturday I have things to do. I have errands to run. And then for the Christmas holidays from like December 18th through January 3rd, we're supposedly out of school, out of work. But if life goes on as normal at the moment, then I probably could find some temp opportunities. But because I'm kind of worried. Let's see. Basically for December, I guess it will be like about 2.5 weeks, you know, of work. Wait, no. Let's see. Yeah, well, after tomorrow, it will be 2 more weeks. And then I'm sitting here having fear of running out of money and being like not being able to stay at the motel and then be forced back on the streets temporarily, but I mean, or up until the beginning of January or something. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but I'm kind of worried about that, like for December 18th through because I still got my storage unit and my cell phone bill to pay, and I got to survive and live. And, I have to take transportation, to go run my errands and get certain things done. I don't need to tell everything, but there are certain things that I need also. Um, but I'm hearing about how, everybody's saying stock up and prepare, stock up on food, water, medications, extra toilet paper, hygiene, everything. But I remember, of course, when I was living in Los Angeles and in Jefferson, Louisiana, which is part of New Orleans, I used to, in Greenville, South Carolina as well, me trying to practice the prepper life with like stocking up and storing, food and water. And then because of my targeting, I was forced to either bounce around and move from place to place or be forced to end up homeless and have to just get rid of everything, and then nobody wants it, so then it gets thrown away. And I'm like, damn, like all that food and all that stuff just went to waste, and I didn't realize that due to the targeting they manipulate you to move around from place to place, or force you to be homeless and stuff like that. So when I was in New Orleans, my hometown, of course, before COVID, everything was much easier. So I can just get on a bus and pay like the disabled fee or whatever, the small fee. And then my storage unit was in Gretna and right across from the main bus station. And they allowed me to store food as long as it was non-perishable. But at the storage unit I have now, they told me the only food you can have is water. They started, like at the storage unit I have now, a couple of years ago, they started tripping over, they wouldn't even, I'm not even allowed to have a canister of salt. But, due to my homelessness, that was like the only storage unit that I knew of that I can get. Any other storage units, I didn't trust the idea of if you get like U-Haul storage and they want to try to force you to get a family member, not a friend or anybody else, but they want to try to force you to get a family member to have a right to have access to your storage unit. And if you didn't have a family member, then basically you couldn't get it. But I would tell them, no, I don't trust my family. I don't trust them at all. I do not trust them at all. At all. You can't trust a narc. So I don't trust them at all. So that was kind of difficult. They try to make it like as if you have to have more than one person that have the authority to have access to your belongings. But my family is not family to me. I mean, basically, they've decided that I have no family and that I'm not wanted around and stuff like that. And they don't even care of the end of the world or spending. It doesn't even faze them the idea of, spending the last moments of life with me or anything like that. But, they're living their life without, like my youngest brother, Derek, or the oldest brother, Pete. People like them, they don't even think about me. My niece Monica, my cousin Rebecca and all them, they don't even think about me. They hate me so much that I'm forbidden to even have their access to their phone number. I'm not even allowed to have their phone number or nothing. But, I think Sean and Wyatt sometimes, you know, I think they sometimes think about me, you know. But y'all know what I'm going through with my twin sister, But Ramona, I have not contacted her in 3 whole years. And I don't even think Mark thinks about me. Mark doesn't think about me. I don't think he thinks about me. You know, my cousin Do, I don't think he thinks about me. My aunt Yvonne, I know damn sure she doesn't think about me. So, she hasn't even, that was the only one altercation I had with her in my life, and she was under the influence and drunk. And, she hasn't even reached out to try to contact me in 3 whole years. So it's pretty painful to have all these family members that hate you and don't care about you. And, they want to see you destroyed and they can care less. And they would rather I've seen, family members try to make replacements of me with strangers or certain friends that they got, I'm never really invited to events. I guess my nephew Raymond, I guess he probably thinks about me sometimes. I don't know. But for the idea of nobody really care about you, and it's been like this for years. Like births and marriages in the family is none of my business, but in the family, everybody quick to try to, tell you about a funeral and make it your obligation to go. Ramona sitting there, if she say Arthur Grandpre is not our birth father, but she'll, if she'll sit, like one time she tried to trick and drag me to a stranger's funeral, and I didn't know who that person was, and then she claims that he was related to our biological dad Arthur. Well, I was never told about this man. But then you say that Arthur's not your daddy, and I'm not even allowed to bring that up. But then Ramona tried to do stuff like show me pictures or videos of Arthur's family members off of his side, and like try to rub it in my face and always showing me, like she would always be showing me pictures and videos about them. But if I'm not allowed to say that's my dad, I get Social Security off of his account. So for all these years, Social Security has, been drawn off of Arthur, and like when the biological mom died, everything went in her name for like 2 months, and then after Arthur died, 2 months after she did, then the account went back under him, and then, oh wow, they hit me exactly right here with the directed energy weapons. They must not want me to talk about this. But yeah, so after Arthur died, then the Social Security record went back into like under him. So all these years, and they say it was just me, and Ramona been lying for years, lying and saying that she wasn't, lying and saying that she didn't get a Social Security check, but she was always on Section 8, always taken care of, pretty much, and used men to pay all her bills and everything, and try to use me and take advantage of me, and take my money and then go spend it all at the casino at Harris, a gambling addict, and narcissistic abuser, and just extremely selfish. So, but I'm glad to not be around my family members, because I'm have, other than this targeting, I have more peace. and more freedom. Less people trying to control me. That they're that controlling that they want to try to force control what words come out of my mouth. Like a total puppet on a string. And then if I resist, then they'll use violence to control me. So, I guess I'm better off and, more content by myself. But the idea that I'm hurt because I couldn't get the truth to them, or I still can't get the truth to them. I've tried numerous family members, and they reject it. Remember the video I recently did talking about the family members saying, "You're telling me something I don't want to hear." Well, fine. But, in desperateness, I might be the first that they call. "Candy, please tell me about them natural remedies. What is it about the coconut oil again?" Yeah. But here I'm struggling and clueless. Like I have certain knowledge about prepping and survival techniques, but I don't have a way to put them to use. And some people say that during these times we might have to flee the cities, but I don't know how to flee the city on foot, and I'm not in shape to either, physical shape, and so I'm just like really scared and nervous about this, and I have a feeling that I know I'm gonna be broke. Well, let's see, yeah, probably broke by Christmas, and I hope not back on the streets. But if we under some lockdown, like I'm afraid of being on the streets, but I feel like I gotta prepare something. But the idea of me being in that tiny motel room and just living week to week, it's like, how do I do this? Trying to figure out how am I going to accomplish this? How am I going to do this? Because thinking about if I were to go and shop at Dollar Tree, the food might be just $1, but I heard that they raised the prices. It's no longer $1, more like $1.25. That they raised the prices on Dollar Tree. So I'm thinking that, if I were to try to buy certain foods from Dollar Tree, but then like a can of beans will have all this junk preservatives and junk this, junk that. And some people, like, I don't know how they're able to do it to get to being like an organic prepper. And they've been prepping for years. And again, like how they got the money to get to do that if they seem like they're unemployed and they just live this prepper lifestyle, but I don't even know. Maybe they make their money from YouTube videos or their blogs or websites, probably, and how they're able to, like, if you see, like, they have a basement or they're living in a cabin or something, and they have, like say if they are living in a big house and then they have a basement downstairs, and you see, like, 300 jars of peanut butter or something like that. And you'd be like, wow, just wow, But I remember, I mean, I kind of had it good when I was living in Los Angeles before my targeting got worse and it was unbearable to stay there. But, going to the food banks helped a lot also, to try to stock up in store and prepare. And, I even bought like Trader Joe's items and stuff, but it really hurt me to be able to, be forced to get rid of everything and just because nobody wanted it, and all that food, everything just had, and then when I was forced to leave Jefferson, the apartment there, and also when I was living in Gretna, I was on Section 8 and I stayed at that place only a month. And they basically threatened me out of that area because they made it like as if I was unreasonable about complaining about their loud TV at 2 o'clock in the morning. But I figured that they were perps. And then when I had a permanent place to live, you know, they would vibrate me the worst on Thursday night through Sunday night. And then Monday night through Wednesday night, everything was normal. But they're vibrating both of my feet right now. And it's quiet and silent up in here. But, neighbors would threaten my life basically for asking them to turn down, make me feel frightened and afraid, and threaten my life for asking them to turn down their music. Their loud partying, or, their whatever at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to go to work the next morning or something like that. And then, or me trying to go job hunting, looking for a job. So, even in Gretna, I only was able to stay there for about a month, and then forced to move out because of them threatening my life and the harassment being too bad, the targeting being too bad. And but I had, like, what do you call that kind of house? Well, it's two houses and a duplex. And then they had like a back. It wasn't a garage, but it was like a shed in the back. And I could have had it made there, and I could have, but they, even the female landladies were, taking advantage of me and screwing over me financially and scamming and cheating me out my money and everything. So I'm glad the last place I moved out of, I'm glad they gave me that. The last place and the other place, I'm glad they gave me my deposit back. But when I left Los Angeles and also Greenville, South Carolina, I got only part of my deposit back. And the landlady, she was a scammer and a perp, and she lied on me and stuff like that. And I got mad and I cussed her out and everything, you know. But she kept playing all kinds of games, and and I was financially struggling. And, she took, I don't remember how much she kept, and I don't even remember how much the deposit was, but she took off a lot, and she lied on me and stuff like that. And it was a black female too. I don't even remember her name at the moment, but I just remember in Greenville, South Carolina. Her first name was Natasha, but I can't think of her last name at the moment. But this morning I got 7 hours of sleep, and then I felt like heavy pressure on my heart all day and feeling like sluggish and tired and still sleep deprived. And then it wasn't until after dinner that I feel like normal again. But I don't want to gross y'all out, but last night I made a, BM, bowel movement, and I guess the activated charcoal make your doo-doo green. I didn't realize that, but I had some weird stuff come out of my body, out of in my bowels, and it looked kind of like plaque. I don't know if it was plaque, but it was kind of some yellow weird stuff. But I looked up, mucoid plaque looks different from that, But some people say, the mainstream medicine say mucoid plaque doesn't exist, and then the natural health people say it is real. But I've heard a little bit about mucoid plaque, but I don't think, it looked different from the pictures and videos I've seen about mucoid plaque. So something is coming out of me, but, I guess trying to detox. But go to a website called earthclinic.com, and it'll tell you, like, a lot of ways to cure, like, certain diseases and stuff. That's one of them, And also the cure2decay.com, they killed him, and he was murdered, but then again, he was somewhat deceptive too, because he promoted some new age stuff. So when I research natural health, I got to steer clear from the new age and just try to heal naturally, but without the new age, the new age fake stuff, and that's how these people are quacks and get discredited, because they're quacks and get discredited because they cannot, it's like they cannot promote the natural health. They gotta spiritually ruin it by you know trying to lure you into the new age. And I got suckered into the new age stuff, like vegetarianism and veganism and stuff like that. But a good source to go to, I have not seen new age, is Weston A. Price, WESTON A. Price, or Price Pottinger Nutrition Foundation, PPNF, and Nourishing Traditions. I've seen them promote natural without the new age. So I know I gotta be, careful, but they got some hope out there. That's what the government, they don't want us to be cured of anything. So they'll leave you to think there's no cure for this, no cure for that. I've heard stories about people getting herpes cured naturally, believe it or not. But it's like you got to keep on at it to keep everything away, all the bad stuff. So this video gonna cut off soon. So I'll see y'all later on.